Welcome to episode 3 of Lights Action Sale. Today I'm going to be sharing some insights into the stunningly visual Odyssey glass chandelier from Hudson Valley Lighting. I will also share my 3 top action tips to help you to overcome price objections from your customers. I'll also be telling you about a real life experience where I applied these 3 action tips to a retail customer who had £2,000 cash in his pocket and had been looking for a crystal chandelier for 18 months before he got to us. I love this stunning Odyssey chandelier from the Troy family within the Hudson Valley Lighting Group. This futuristic light is made from hand-blown plated smoked glass shades, which gives off this eye-catching mirrored effect. Each shade is stem mounted on an asymmetrical multi-branch frame that is handcrafted from wrought iron, and it's finished in carbide black with these beautifully polished nickel accents. Odyssey is offered in a variety of small and large pendants as well as a wall light. Please get in touch if you'd like to specify this sophisticated glass chandelier on your next project. And as always, Hudson Valley Lighting have excellent stock levels, so please feel free to download the latest stock levels by either clicking on the link below, or you can go to my website ianrutalic.com and download the stock levels there. So here are my 3 essential action tips for overcoming the price objection. Now, I come from a family of retailers, and I have visited hundreds of retailers over the past 20 years as a lighting supplier. And I have seen many retailers struggling to make a sale because of a price objection. Now, sometimes customers just complain that the light is too expensive, but most often they are price matching and are trying to squeeze the retailer to drop their price so that they can match the internet. So here are 3 essential ingredients that you can apply to your business that will bring you surprising results. And I say surprising because I was surprised when I tried them out and they worked for me. And you need to implement these 3 steps long before you get into a discussion about price. So the 3 essential ingredients are: number 1, the customer has to love your product. Number 2, the customer has to love and trust you. And number 3, the customer has to love and trust your company. So let's have a look at the first one. The customer has to love your product. Now, it might sound obvious, but when a customer has shown an interest in a particular product, it's really important to understand where they are on a scale from 1 to 10. Because if they're not at a 10, or at the very least a 9, you're going to struggle to make the sale, and this is where you will get most of your price objections. So when you're with a customer, you can even ask them, so where are you on a scale from 1 to 10 with this product? I've tried that, and you get surprising results. Sometimes you think the customer's way out there, they're going to respond 10, and they might come back with a 5. Well, if they're coming back with a 5, then it's really important then to either ask questions to get them up to a 10, or you may have to show them another product, or you may even have to walk away from the sale. Number 2, the customer has to love and trust you. No one is going to buy from someone they don't trust, and especially when you're selling a high ticket item. And if they don't trust you personally, they won't trust your advice, especially when it comes to price. But how do you communicate to your customer that you're trustworthy without sounding like a second-hand car salesperson? No disrespect to second-hand car salespeople. Well, you could say something like, I've been in lighting for blank years, or Mrs. well-known personality has been buying their lights from us for so many years. Or if you've won any awards or have completed any courses or diplomas relevant to your profession, then make sure they're displayed in a prominent position in your showroom. Or if customers have written some rave reviews about you on social media, print them out and put them somewhere that they can be seen. Now, all of these subtle nuances will help to give you credibility in the eyes of your customer. And the more you do this, the less resistance you will get with the price. Number 3, the customer has to love and trust your company. Now, even if your customer has never done business with you in the past, make sure that they know how great you are. As in the same way that you promote yourself, make sure that if you have any awards for the company, customer reviews about the company, how long you've been established, anything that will show your company in a positive light, make sure it's easily accessible and visible for your customer to see. Don't assume that they know anything about your company. Even existing customers, you think they know all about your company and they may not. When your customer is enthusiastic about you, when your customer is enthusiastic about your product, and when they're enthusiastic about your company, and that they are rating all 3 of these essentials out of 10, your ability to make the sale is dramatically increased. And as you do this, the price becomes less of an issue. Why? Well, because people love to do business with people they trust and love. How many times have you bought something from someone when you knew that if you shopped around, you'd get it cheaper? But you bought it from that person because you trusted the salesperson you're dealing with, and you trusted the company, and you'd had positive experiences in the past. We do it all the time. Now, one last thing before I share a personal experience. You must ask for the sale. This is where most salespeople fall down. They either forget to ask or they're too scared to ask. And you can do this in a subtle and non-offensive way. For example, would you like to pay by credit or debit card? Would you like us to deliver the lights, or will you be collecting? Which size do you prefer? What color do you prefer? Just ask the question in an alternative way like that, and they'll come back with a response. Good luck with that. So, about 8 months ago, I was giving some sales training to one of my retail clients, and a gentleman walked in to the showroom. He was in his late 60s, and he was pretty shabbily dressed, I have to say. And here we were in this high-end luxury lighting shop, all dressed very well. We were having a short break, and I was sitting near the front of the shop. All of the sales staff were busy catching up on their messages and returning phone calls, and so he made a beeline for me. He said he'd been looking for a crystal chandelier for his stairwell for about 18 months. And he had £2,000 cash in his pocket, and he wanted to know if we could help. Now, immediately the alarm bell started ringing in my head, and I thought, well, if he's been looking for 18 months, he must either be incredibly fussy, or he's looking for something that's so rare that it doesn't exist. I also had my doubts about the £2,000 cash. But my mother always taught me not to judge a book by its cover, so I gave him the benefit of the doubt. And I'd also just finished teaching the 3 essential ingredients to the staff, and thought that I'd better demonstrate how this works in a real life situation. I was also conscious of the eyes of the sales team who were watching me. No pressure. So the first thing I asked was, did he know what he was looking for? He said he did, and one of the sales team showed him a product that matched his description. One of the staff asked where he was on a scale from 1 to 10. He said, I think it was about a 9. I then told him about the company, and that they'd been around for over 40 years, and that if he couldn't find what he was looking for here, he wouldn't find it anywhere. I then told him a little bit about myself and the staff, and then left him to one of the staff members. It turns out, after about an hour, he bought and paid cash for a brand new crystal chandelier. And I remember one of the staff asking me if he was a mystery shopper that perhaps I'd prepared beforehand. Well, happily I can confirm that he wasn't. He was a genuine customer that walked in, and this was a real life situation. It's not the first time, not the only time that's happened to me, but it's the one that I'm sharing with you today and showing that it works. So, in summary, the 3 essential ingredients for overcoming price objections are: number 1, the customer has to love the product. The customer has to love and trust you, and the customer has to love and trust your company. And of course, don't forget to ask for the sale. So good luck with this. I'd love to hear how you get on with these 3 steps. So please drop me a message below, or you can message me by going to my website, ianretallick.com. And good luck with it. I know you're going to have success with it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Lights, Action, Sale.